Today we are going to unbox the Bright Ideas Santa on a Tractor. Alright, it's been released. They always come with these nice reinforced corners. Just go ahead and cut those off. By the way, I have this really nice safety cutter. You can get these at Amazon for almost nothing. These are awesome to be cutting into these. Cuts tape really good. And let's see what we got in here. So right off the bat, there is a box of accessories right on the top. Go ahead and pull that out. To make it easier to see the unboxing, I'm just going to go and slice this box straight down. But if you wanted to keep the box for storage, you probably couldn't do this. All right, the big reveal. There it is, all of its glory. Fold it. Okay. Oh, there's another accessory bag. Oh. You know what that means? Accessories are in the bag. In the box over there is probably the animation controller. First thing we're going to do is going to unfold this bad boy. So we're going to get the box out of here. Ta-da. This way we'll recycle it later. So it looks like there are a couple of pieces here. Let's set it up right. All right. This appears to be the front of our tractor. And then a little exhaust pipe here. There we go. Let's kind of setting it up against the garage door here because we'll need to secure all of our sections. So we go to our little accessory bag and find the bolts and our wing nuts. That's how we're going to fasten these joints together. So we've got another joint right here. Get another bolt, a wing nut. So that's the front of the tractor there. Now we're going to, wow, they really shipped this compactly. That's nice. Okay, there we go. Now we're unfolding. I'm gonna fold this back down. I'm gonna go get 2 more bolts, 2 wing nuts. Typically you can do this all by hand. If you have one that's really rough, you could use a tool, but that's usually not necessary. Final wing nut here. Wing nut, final bolt. Get the Santa part in there. Nice and straight. So let's take a gander and see how this thing is hooked up. All right, so what we have is, I think they have just done this. Yes, they've just done this to be able to collect everything. As you see, each cable is marked with a 1, a 2, or a 3, and we do have a 3-step animator here. So, we're going to disconnect all of this. And that way they can be separated. The smokestacks up here, they both have a number on them. So this first one is a number 1, and the second one is a number 2. All right. So we're going to be extending these down to meet with their friends. Now you'll notice this feels a little more complicated wiring-wise, and that's because it is, because you've got the spinning tires, and that requires all of these lights to be in different segments. So that makes it a little bit more complicated. But all right, well, let's just go ahead and let's fire it up and see what it looks like. So we're going to get our animation box here. Should be a 3-step. So now This particular animation box is not numbered, but they always go in order down the chain. So usually 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. So we'll just go ahead and wire it up that way. So we now have our smokestack lines falling down, 1 and 2, and then we have all the other ones right here. So it looks like our animation box can live right in this general area, and then it will be just perfect. So we'll start with the ones. There's a 1, 1, and the other ones. There we go. Here's a 1, 1, 1. There you go. Now start with the 2s. 2, 2, and 2. Now we'll do our 3s. All right, let's plug it in. This particular one is a 3-fer because you'll need power for the non-moving lights and then power for your animator here. Let's go ahead and plug in our non-moving lights. Beautiful. And then go ahead and plug in our animator. Let's see. That's a little too fast. By the way, settings are easy. Slow it down just a little bit. How fast is Sammy going? I used to say, that feels good. It looks like it's going backward because you can see how the smoke is not going in the right direction, which must mean that our little animator here goes in the opposite direction I thought. So let's just go ahead and reverse those. There we go, now that smoke is puffing correctly. So it seems on this animator, if it's not labeled with numbers, you can just go by the number of wires. So the number of wires gets fewer and fewer as you go to the end. There you go, the more you know. Do, 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 do. All right. I think he needs to go a little faster. What do you think? Yeah, he's puffing along. Look at that. So now the next thing that you need to do, the next part of the process, is to go and clean up the clips. Because during shipping and boxing and all that, the clips will start getting a little bit weird. So you just want to go and you'll just take all of these clips, any that are like this, where they sort of popped out, just whoop, pop them back in. You'll just want to go around and just sort of do a little touch-up job, and it's kind of like fluffing an artificial tree. You'll do this once, and then every season it's going to be ready to go. And there is Santa on a Tractor. He's available now, holiday lights up. You're going to definitely want this guy in your yard. He can stand out amongst all your neighbors, trust me. Classy, classic, look at him going. You want to get one of these for your Christmas display. Quick note about your Santa on a Tractor, and this will apply to any animated light display like this, is this control box is not necessarily waterproof. It's water resistant, but it's not waterproof. So you're going to want to protect this guy and all of these connections here. And you can do that a number of ways. You can do it real easy by putting a garbage bag or a plastic Ziploc bag just over all of this, and then making sure that the opening of the bag is below everything so the water won't get in there. There's also a really awesome black box that I'll link in the description below if you want to check that out, that I've used, and it's really great for holding animated controllers like this. The other thing is you will also have these little feet that go on the bottom with their little wing nuts, and I will tell you, this is not enough to support your Santa, okay? okay? You will need some more support. We sell these really awesome support rods. They are thicker steel rod than what the display is made out of, and it's got this really awesome bottom plate that you can whack with a sledgehammer, no big deal. This is the 4-foot section. We have a 6-foot and an 8-foot section. And what you do with these is you actually run them behind the character at an angle, like this, and then you will attach it using this little washer up here. We'll attach it to the frame, and that not only helps with the front and back stability, but it also helps keep it straight. These are really good, they're really sturdy, you can use them season after season. If you don't want to go this route, go to your garden center at one of your big box retailers, and they will have these for supporting plants. And these are really great because they come in several different diameters, basically depending on how tall they are. But you can just put a couple of these in place, and that'll act as basically a backbone to this to keep it from wobbling. And then you may need, if you could get the really thick versions of this, and they'll be fine on their own, but you can also add an outrigger of fishing line down to the ground in front, because we have a lot of wind around here. So if you're in a windy spot, you might want to put some outriggers on him. Just some fishing line to a landscaping tack or a landscaping staple, whatever those things are. And that will be plenty of support, but he is definitely going to need way more support than just those 2 little pegs in the ground. And that does not come included. Then you can buy the fancy ones that we have, or you can go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get these guys. These are really great. And while you're there, also pick up some twist ties. Those are the perfect thing to basically attach the frame to this. Just in the same section that you'll buy these, just some green twist ties, and that'll be enough to go ahead and attach sort of a spine to him so that he won't bend or fall down. And you treat him nice, he's going to last for years to come.